Earth has been the foundation of our lives for an incredibly long time. Humanity has created history on it, repeating destruction and development. Now, we have entered 2020. Gathering in South Korea, the center of the Pacific civilization, some thousands pursued mankind's efforts to solve the difficult problems that threaten the foundation of life. A new history has been emerging through interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values. Reverend and Mrs. Sun Myung Moon founded the Universal Peace Foundation, UPF, in 2005 with the goal of ending global conflict and realizing a peaceful world. UPF has branches in 194 countries around the world, and it is spreading its basic philosophy to realize a peaceful, ideal world of interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values. To fulfill their goals, UPF has launched the International Summit Council for Peace, the International Association of Parliamentarians for Peace, and the Interreligious Association for Peace and Development, bringing together intense resolve to create lasting peace in the world. In addition, UPF is hosting world summits at which leaders from all social classes from all over the world gather in one place, transcending the walls of religion, race, culture, and national borders to share wisdom of the future of humanity. Primarily, World Summit 2020 took place to celebrate the centenary of Reverend Sun Myung Moon's birth. To this summit, global citizens such as President Kim Jong-un of North Korea and President Trump of the United States sent congratulatory remarks. Among the 6,000 leaders from 171 countries who participated were over 120 current or former presidents or prime ministers, over 50 chairmen of national assemblies, over 120 heads of ministries, and over 500 lawmakers representing the political world. Over 400 leaders came representing various religious fields. Over 300 media personnel, including journalists from around the world. Over 500 businessmen, and over 450 leading scholars from around the world. Prominent leaders in each field made strong declarations to realize a world of lasting peace. To expand the base for building a global cooperative network that will support the coming of the era of a new unified Korea and the realization of peaceful unification on the Korean Peninsula. Participants look for ways to be more integrative, centered on absolute values by holding meaningful discussions on various agendas such as climate, environment, education, and absolute values. The founder delivered her keynote address at World Summit 2020. Dr. Hak Ja-han presented the vision for world peace by becoming one family under God, and emphasized that to promote a world of peace, we must know the essence of God, the Creator.
인간 중심한 욕심 가지고는 하늘이 축복하지 않습니다. 모든 나라들이 하늘 부모님의 자녀가 된다면은 더 이상의 전쟁과 갈등은 있을 수 없습니다. 하늘 부모님의 꿈, 인류의 소원, 지상 천국을 이루는데 주역이 되는 여러분 모두가 되기를 축원합니다.
The founding of the International Summit Council for Peace took place in Seoul, Korea in 2019. It is uniting current and former heads of state from all over the world to discuss a global agenda, including Prime Minister Hun Sen of Cambodia. More than 120 current or former heads of state participated and came to understand the meaning of this International Summit Council for Peace Conference 2020.
Samrap Campuchia ដែលជាប្រទេសធ្លាប់ឆ្លងកាត់នៅសង្គ្រាមនិងវិនាសកម្មសន្តិភាពពិតជាមានតម្លៃមិនអាចកាត់ថ្លៃបានខ្ញុំសូមជូនពរឲ្យមហាសន្និបាតនៃកិច្ចប្រជុំកំពូលពិភពលោកគម្រប់ខួប100ឆ្នាំនៃកិច្ចប្រជុំកំពូលអន្តរជាតិនៃក្រុមប្រឹក្សាសម្រាប់សន្តិភាពទទួលបានលទ្ធផលជោគជ័យធំធេងប្រកបដោយអត្ថន័យផ្លែផ្កា
The speeches given by the current or former heads of state that supported UPF's vision became indicators of the direction that humanity should go.
Por eso me permito felicitar a los fundadores de la UPF, porque están haciendo lo que otros solo hablan. La UPF y sus fundadores están invirtiendo sus recursos. Para que los líderes mundiales hablemos, pero también hagamos en cada uno de los lugares donde vivimos y lideramos.
Following the signing of the resolution regarding the Myanmar Asia-Pacific Summit and Africa Summit, which will be held in the future, the International Summit Council for Peace Medal was awarded to the leaders of each country. A message of peace opening a new era accompanied the adoption of a resolution to support a new century of peace and reunification of the Korean Peninsula by bringing together support for the Asia-Pacific Union. In addition, world-renowned scholars who acknowledge that the existence of God, the first cause, is the uniting point of the material and intellectual worlds, opened a new chapter in the field of God, seen through science, casting away the conflict between science and religion. At the 26th International Conference on the Unity of the Sciences, scholars including Nobel Prize winners presented papers suggesting specific solutions to the environmental crisis, and adopted the Environmental Declaration to spread the seriousness of global environmental problems. More than 500 scholars who participated in discussions by the World University Presidents Congress and the Professors World Peace Academy launched the International Association of Academicians for Peace and resolved to learn an academic legacy for future generations. At the same time, more than 500 journalists and media personnel from 70 countries around the world stepped up for world peace. In line with the desire of Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja Han, who emphasized the mission of a free, responsible, and moral media, journalists and media personnel gathered to examine the current status of the media and shared ideas on media innovation and the challenges of journalism. At the launching of the International Media Association for Peace, participants resolved to fulfill their missions as guardians of world peace. In addition, over 500 businessmen, including Jim Rogers, chairman of Rogers Holdings, and Neil Bush, chairman of the Points of Light Foundation, participated in the launching of the International Association for Peace and Economic Development, aiming to spread interdependence and economic equalization. They pledged to promote the wish of Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja Han, who focused their lives on achieving a world without economic disparities. Concurrent sessions created an overall environment for a new, peaceful world. From parliamentarians to religious leaders, Christian leaders, and first ladies, in each session, they shared practical wisdom and resolved to create a world of harmony and unity transcending religion, races, and national borders. launch of the Mother Foundation and the publication of Dr. Hak Ja Han's autobiography also took place at World Summit 2020. Dr. Hak Ja Han's autobiography presents to all its readers how, as her dream and mission, she sincerely followed God's will throughout her life with passion and devotion.
La mère de la paix, c'est une réalité. Madame Dr. Hak est véritablement reconnue comme étant la mère de la paix.
Dr. Hak Ja Han's many children, among them prime ministers of nations, testify that she is the mother of peace that wipes away humankind's tears.
Their travels all over the world and each of the countries, communities, and lives they have touched. I know I speak for many of us when I say that we are greatly anticipating reading your book, Mother Moon.
On this day, an announcement came that all the peace campaigns that Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja Han spread in all directions over the past half-century will be brought together, and that the recently established Mother Foundation will encompass all political, economic, and social movements centered on the vision of one family under God and on the basic values of interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values. The peace message of the Sunhawk Peace Prize is the future vision for humanity and the world. Former Secretary General of the United Nations Ban Ki-moon, who received the Special Founders Award, is a leader in sustainable development. President Macky Sall of Senegal, a model of good governance in Africa, and Bishop Mounib Younan, a pioneer of unity in religions. They all brought great hope to the world, touching us deeply by showing us their lives and practices in seeking to achieve peace through interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values.
We all share a common destiny grounded in sustainability, peace, and prosperity. It is our moral duty, and it is a political leaders' their political duty to realize this shared destiny for all global citizens in the years to come. With this, I am committed to work even harder to make this world better for all of you.
Je l'accepte avec humilité parce que cette distinction est pour moi moins une fin en soi qu'un encouragement à persévérer dans la culture de la paix et de la fraternité humaine.
I pray that my Israeli neighbors will see the images of God in me and in my fellow Palestinians. I would like to thank Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon, the founder of the Sunhawk Peace Prize, and your late husband, Reverend Sun Myung Moon, for your vision of peace as one family under God.
The International Association of Youth and Students for Peace General Assembly marked the end of the World Summit. More than 5,000 youth and students from around the world gathered, creating hope by inheriting and spreading dreams and visions, and resolving to become leaders and protagonists of a world of peace. In addition, the World Summit 2020 was the largest summit in history, and the world's top 3 news outlets reported on it, along with major media channels from Korea such as KBS, MBC, and SBS. It has also been reported in over 150 prominent daily and monthly magazines, making it a peace festival in which the whole world participated. An ideal world of peace through interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values. The vision of World Summit 2020, which united people of all races from 171 countries will be accomplished, bringing forth a world of lasting happiness.